So what advice would you give to HR and procurement and IT and any organizational leaders whose organizations are looking to create a more unified, say, flexible workforce that includes non-employee and full-time employee segments?
Yep. So I think probably similar to what I said before, so for one, put yourself in the stakeholder's shoes, right? So let's not design something that makes sense to us, but isn't going to make sense to the end users, right? Because if you can't get a manager to attend the training on the new things you've created or log into the system they have to use or pick up the phone and call the rep from your MSP or whoever's going to help them with this. So I think it's really putting, thinking of the end user, the stakeholders. This is probably not news to most people, but also think ahead to the change management that's involved, right? Because do your leaders have the bandwidth to make that pivot and change right now? Or are they going to say, nope, I'm just going to keep doing what works for me because I can't put my brain power behind this concept? So similar when I said we were asking managers to start compartmentalizing work and think about how to use freelancers. So I think it's got to be, so I also mentioned earlier about researching for the DE&I stuff and figuring out who had some ideas or nuggets that you wanted to try for your own company. But I guess the other thing would be to think, keep in mind one size does not fit all, right? So what worked someplace else is not going to work for your company. So I think it's got to really be aligned, right? It's got to be aligned with the business goals. It's got to be aligned with the culture of your company. But I do think, use your network too, right? Go out and talk to other people at either similar companies. Have a sounding board, right? Because I feel like sometimes decisions are made in a vacuum, or the vendor we talk to that wows us the most on an RFP, okay, we're going to go with their plan because it sounds great. But let's make sure we talk to the right people, both internally and externally, to have a true sense of, am I really going down the right path?